Welcome to Confident Leadership in Color. I'm Hanna Zaxmy, a leadership coach, mentor, and I also say Leaders for Leaders. And this is the fourth episode in our summer series, In Light Moments, Hammock Reflections for your leadership palette. Short reflections created for the hammock, the walk, the quiet coffee moments, or those few minutes when you finally have space to hear yourself think. In the first episodes of this series, we began with clarity. We asked, what is asking for my attention right now? Then we have asked, what has sparked joy in the last 6 months? And in the previous episode, we moved into ownership and asked, what am I carrying that is not actually mine to carry? Today, we move into the next part of the confident framework. It's N for nurture. And today's question is, what would support me to lead from a steadier place? I think this question follows beautiful after ownership, because when we begin to notice what we are carrying and what is not actually ours to carry, we may also begin to see something else. We may begin to notice what we need to in order to carry what truly is ours, with more steadiness, with more clarity, with more care. Because leadership is not only shaped by what we know, it's not only shaped by our experience, our competence, our plans, or our decisions. Leadership is also shaped by the state we lead from. When I am rushed, I listen differently. When I'm tired, I respond differently. When I'm overwhelmed, I make decisions from a pressure instead of perspective. When I'm in a steadier place, I have more access to patience, courage, empathy, and clarity. And that matters because the state we lead from affects how we speak, how we listen, how we prioritize, how we respond when something unexpected happens, and how safe, calm, or pressured other people may feel around us. So nurture is not separated from leadership. It is part of sustainable leadership. It's not another task to perform. It is a way of noticing what helps you to return to a steadier place. For me, this is something I need to keep learning because I can easily enjoy movement, ideas, possibilities, new things taking shape. I can get energized by direction and development. But if I do not pause, if I do not create space, if I do not notice what supports me, then even good things can begin to move too fast. And this summer rhythm is reminding me again that steadiness often comes through simple things, like a slow walk, a quiet morning, time without input, a moment of prayer, laughter with friends, writing a few honest sentences in my notebook, being outdoors, letting a day breathe a little more. Not every space has to be filled. Not every moment has to become useful. Sometimes the most responsible thing is not to push harder. Sometimes the most responsible thing is to support the person who is doing the leading. And that person is you. So here is today's In Light Moment question. What would support me to lead from a steadier place? Not what should I fix, not how can I do more. Instead, what would support me? What helps me to breathe a little deeper? What helps me to listen better? What helps me to become less reactive? What helps me to return to myself? What gives me access to courage, clarity, and compassion in a wider range? And remember, the answer does not have to be big. It may be smaller and simpler than you think. For one person, it may be sleep. For another, movement. For another, prayer. For another, silence. Or a good conversation. Or saying no. Asking for help. The point is to learn what supports your own leadership palette. And here's my invitation for your extra 10 minutes today. Take a notebook or open a note on your phone. Create 2 simple lists. The first one, what steadies me? The second one, What drains my steadiness? And then write down what comes to mind. No overthinking, no judgment. Just notice what steadies you and what slowly pulls you away from the steadier place. When you have written your lists, choose one small supportive action for today. Not a whole new routine, not a plan for the rest of the year. Just one thing that helps you to lead from a steadier place. So today, carry this question with you as a gentle reminder that your state matters, because the state you lead from shapes the leadership you bring. This is in Light Moments, Hammock Reflections for your leadership palette. Thank you for listening to Confident Leadership in Color. Follow the podcast and you will not miss the next Inlight moment. And as always, be confident, be you.